Ugh, boring. Enjoy certain death.
Oh, David, my man, what's going on? Everything good?
If this is going to become a series, I suppose it's only fair that I use a character with such similar energy for the follow-up. Rebecca was the surprise breakout character of Cyberpunk Ejjirannāzu, at least to CD Projekt Red. Twitter informed me that she was best girl before I actually watched the show, and you know what? I can see why. I found that as the show went on, Rebecca grew from cute psycho robot girl to an unexpectedly deep and engaging character, especially towards the end of the show as she got more screen time that built upon everything that came before. But before that, we should talk about Rebecca as she was introduced to us. Haha. Rebecca is a much simpler character before the time skip, and what makes her so endearing on sight is the combination of her personality and design that can basically be summed up as, how did they fit so much crazy into such a small body? Now, I would be remiss to not mention the whole lolly controversy, and that was it. Edgerunners has a myriad of crazy designs that are quick to catch the eye of the viewers, and Becca is no exception. With pink tattoos that stand out against her stark white skin, green hair and red and green eyes, combined with her short stature, hers is not a design you will be quick to forget. Especially with how bold and confident the animators are in portraying her, whether it's showing how cute she can be or how angry and deranged. And to top it off, she later gets large hands added to her body that allows her to shoot bigger guns, because that is a must for her. And while she does look cute, she's definitely as dysfunctional as the rest of the crew. I mean, just look at her when David delivered Pillar's new hands. She's a larger-than-life, hyper-violent girl who still carries a lot of positive energy despite everything. And while almost everyone in the crew is larger than life, not everyone gives off the same energy of jumping in, guns blazing and laughing that she does. This is in sharp contrast to the other prominent female character in the show, Lucy, who's a lot more understated in her existence. Even Rebecca points this out when she asks if David would like her more if she was more cold, distant and nerdy. But let's put a pin in that. Between her design and boisterous personality, it's already a winning formula. However, we can't really talk about Rebecca without talking about the event that kickstarted her character shift, Pillar's death. This came as a shock to both the audience and Rebecca. The audience because it's a moment which makes us go, wait, these guys can die? And for Rebecca, it's shocking because that's her brother. And she goes berserk trying to take down the cyber psycho that killed him before in her rage also shooting her brother's corpse. One thing worth noting is that she talks about the fact that she was supposed to be the one to kill Pillar, which may seem strange until you remember that everyone with implants is on a slow descent into cyber psychosis, which means that eventually, if you don't get killed on the job, somebody's gonna have to put you down. As upbeat as Rebecca is, it doesn't really change the fact that she lives in a tragic world that's definitely going to kill her and her friends if they stay in it. And the realization coming from her brother's death creates a big turnaround for her character, as well as an association with that turnaround in the audience's mind. When we catch up with the story after Main's death, things are different. David is absolutely covered in chrome and Becca is basically his main field teammate. And she's still the same larger than life personality, but with a bit more darkness. Take her giant red and blue hands. They allow her to use bigger guns, yes, but it's also clear that it's her way of paying respect to her dead brother, whose most prominent trait that wasn't obscene was him fanboying over cybernetic hands. Plus, she's also taking his place as the entertainment when the group is having an after party. It's the same goofy Becca, but context is everything. With Lucy off getting involved in the plot and having her own character moments, Becca is the first one to notice that David, for all his talent in handling cybernetics, is on the familiar path to becoming a cyber psycho, and so she tries to discourage him. After the death of her brother, Becca hates the idea of losing someone she cares about to their cybernetics. And David, well, he's a topic for his own video, and you should definitely subscribe to me so you get notified when I make it. But to put it simply, David is kind of letting it happen to him. And another thing about Rebecca, and what I think is a big reason people like her, is that she has a crush on David. And if there's one thing that's made clear, it's that she basically has no chance with him. In fact, she's perfectly aware of.
アプローチ変えた方がいいんじゃない？
そうっすかね。陰キャには陰キャ。
And that builds a new layer over the care she has for him, because she doesn't really let her romantic feelings get in the way of helping him. When David begins to be consumed by cyber psychosis, she knows that what he really needs to go back to normal is Lucy, the woman he loves. So she does the job of injecting him with medication to keep him stable as they race to rescue her.
あいつに合わせりゃ戻るかもしれねえ。それしか思いつかねえよ。
And by the end of the show, we're on a familiar path with another Edgerunner on their way to dying because of cyber psychosis. Her brother was instantly killed by a cyber psycho. Maine slowly lost his mind as he became one, and by the finale, David is teetering on the edge with only a regular infusion of drugs keeping him sane. The smart thing to do would be to jump ship. And this is Night City, where you shouldn't be able to trust anyone. But Becca's not interested in doing the smart thing. And in the same way she kind of breaks the mold of what's expected of the characters with her personality and design, she also breaks the mold in that she's completely on board to helping her friends no matter what. She simply wants to help the people she cares about. And if that means going forward even as they lose themselves to their cybernetic, that's what she's going to do. And she's going to put her crazy energy into it.
ありがとう母さん。行ってみるよ。荒坂タワーのてっぺんに。
行こうな。てっぺんまで。
Lucy says that people remember Edgerunners for how they died, though she herself remembers David for how he was long before his death. But we definitely remember Rebecca both for how she was before she died and the tragedy that took her life, dying, screaming obscenities as she walked to protect her friends in the face of impossible odds. A decision that's clearly paying dividends as everyone is going back to Cyberpunk 2077 so they can kill Adam Smasher in many gruesome ways.
Johnny Silverhand sends his regards.
Rebecca is a tragic character, though to be fair, everyone is rather tragic in this city. In a world where people can attach missiles to their bodies that will slowly drive them insane, she tries so hard to help those she cares about, even if she can't stop them from setting themselves on fire. She's a real ride or die girl who makes every scene she's in more fun. She may not have the heart of the man she loves, she may not be able to stop him, but she chooses to remain by his side anyway, even though it might, and does, lead to her death, bringing all her usual excitement to a story we can see is heading for a bad end. It's enough to make you wish for nothing but happiness for her. If you'll walk as an edge runner in Night City, it's only a matter of time before you get killed. And for Rebecca, she was willing to stay along and help those she cared about even as they got themselves killed, because that's something worth doing to her. And these are all important components for building her likability. Falco has pretty similar actions to her in that he also sticks through David through his cyber psychosis, and he's an absolute G for it. But he doesn't have the design, explosive energy, emotional attachments, and tragic death that help bolster Becca's personality. Those are all very important components in composing what basically has become Cyberpunk Ejjirannāzu's biggest mascot. So tell me, why do you like Becca? Tell me all about it in the comments, and while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you and good day.
Be seeing you around then. Bye-bye.